But so another thing is it's and obviously we don't know the area, but uh, from what we've been told and what we've read and what we looked at, it it was a common area for Emily to walk through, or be in that general area, and they kind of just didn't go look, or
Um,
didn't look until way later in the process. So, like, there seemed to be major search parties, but nothing was ever focused on where you two walked,
Yeah.
supposedly, like the area
they
where you would have
where
thought.
you talking about where they found her?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Where they found her was in the woods. What we did was forage. What Emily did was go for walks. So she
Okay.
never went into the woods. She would walk around the woods, like where the paths
Okay.
were. You know what I'm saying? So, and we
Okay.
would
Okay.
forage around, like in fields and stuff. Where she was found, she never went in the woods. I
Okay.
never went. No one did went into those woods. Um, yeah, there's a misconception about where that was. Like, it was a really heavily traveled road. It's county line road is right where the woods are that they found her. So uh, it's I brought them there because they asked me to take, like, she would go for walks. She would
Mhm.
go for walks, like, all, like, right from the condo. She would walk out of the condo, and she had like 3 or 4 different routes that she would go. But you got to understand, Westerville's very heavily populated. It's a very dense suburb.
Yeah.
Where they found her was literally right next to this road where there's cars constantly going by. It's very well
Mm.
traveled, and the path that she was on it's like this manicured bike path. There's people walking on it all the time, and there's houses all over. There's people all over the place. So it's not like people are thinking about, like, her going into the woods and we go into the woods and we would go. Where they found her is not where you go to walk. It's
Okay.
off trail, and there wasn't any reason to think that you would have went off trail. There's no sense in it. Um,
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm answering your question right or not, but
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
so there wasn't any significance to the area with which she was found. It wasn't some
no,
place where you guys
no, nobody,
frequented or anything.
nobody thought that she was in there. I mean,
Okay.
this is part of the story. It was Tuesday, and she had found days prior, like a week prior, she found a new patch of wood sorrel. There's a bridge that goes over the County Line Road, and it has decorative brick. And some of the
Okay.
seeds got into it, and some of the wood sorrel was growing out of the side of it. It was like it was a big patch of it, and she got really excited, and that's where had been going to. So when she'd go on a walk, she would walk past it, and on her way past it, she'd grab some of the wood sorrel, bring it home, and she was just telling people about it. So the police on Tuesday, Grubbs and Peachy came to me and said, "Hey, um, we want you to take we want you to take us to the place that Emily's been foraging recently." And I'm thinking you'd have to see it because it's very, like, there's cars going. It's in the open. If she
Right.
went up
Hmm.
there, she would have been standing there for like, like hours and hours. I mean, why would she go up there? And there's people all over the place. So it's not like she'd be hiding up there. And I'm like, all
Right.
right, she's not there, but if you want me to take them, so I took them up there. I showed him the wood sorrel. I showed him where we would forage when we'd stop there. And we're standing there. I'm looking into the woods, and this is day two. And I'm like, I still don't really. I'm just doing what they asked me. They asked me to take
Right.
them there, so I
Right.
took them there. But she's not there. I haven't even been up there. I mean, why would I go up there? It doesn't make any sense for her to be there. But okay, I brought them there, and I'm like looking at the woods with them. That it's on body cam. I've never seen it. I was just told about this, and I said, I'm just like, I would hate to think that anybody would like drag her in there. Are you guys going to go in there and look? And they're like, yeah, we'll take care of that. I'm like, okay, and I walked back to the condo, and that was the end of that area. That whole thought that she would, there wasn't any reason to think that she would even be in there. It didn't make any sense at all. There was there and when they found her, um, they said they searched that area, but they just searched the periphery. There wasn't any reason to go in. The dogs went sniffed around the periphery of the woods, and they didn't get the scent,
Hmm.
so they didn't go in. You know why? Because they don't work. Dogs don't work.
Yeah,
Dogs,
they don't work at
they
all.
don't
Yeah.
work. Right? You're a
No.
cop. You used to be a cop. They don't work. People,
Right.
lie detectors don't work,
Hmm.
and it's like
No.
if you can flip a quarter, and hey, you're going to be right half the time. And that's
Right.
what the dogs are. The dogs are right
Hmm.
half the time because they don't fucking work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My wife was in there. I told them, "Hey, are you guys going to go in there and look?" They said, "Yeah." They told everybody they went in there and looked. They didn't. because they got
Oh,
shiny shoes. They're, you know what I mean? They didn't want to go in. And it's like this. You have to kind of read my book if you get my like point of view on all this. That they don't
yeah,
care.
yeah,
They weren't looking for Emily. They were
yeah,
building a case. There's a difference.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
right.
They're sure they're okay. They're making this like they're this they look like they're looking. They brought in this Texas Equisearch. Do you ever hear
I've
of
heard
those?
of them. Yeah,
Mhm.
Their sole
Yeah,
I've heard of
purpose
them.
on this planet is to look for corpses, look for dead
Exactly.
people. They
Hmm.
brought these people in and they carpeted Westerville looking for my wife. Good job, Texas Equisearch, by the way. She literally was found
Yeah.
200 yards from my house 4 months later. It's because they're not looking.
yeah,
They
Hmm.
look like they're looking, but they're not looking. They're walking through the woods. Through tall grass. They knew she
Yeah.
wasn't in the grass. What would she be in the grass for? What are you doing? There's no evidence that she's even dead. Why are you looking for
right,
a dead person?
Exactly.
right,
So there's
right.
a lot, yeah.